Awesome Pretty Things presents an Advent journey for everyone. Welcome to a 24-day Advent journey. This week we light the candle of hope while we explore today's word of intent, promise. As we go through the devotional, let your empowered thought be, I am the promise of hope fulfilled. The Advent journey begins with hope, a principle that transcends time, traditions, and beliefs, rooted in the promises of life, love, and the pursuit of purpose. Hope calls us to trust in what we cannot yet see, much like Abraham, who stepped into the unknown guided by faith in a greater plan. His journey was not merely a physical relocation but a profound act of trust that paved the way for lineage culminating in Jesus, the fulfillment of promises foretold across centuries. As Jesus said, "Do not think that I have come to abolish the law or the prophets. I have not come to abolish them but to fulfill them." Matthew chapter 5 verse 17. For those who've experienced emotional trauma, particularly in childhood, like I did, hope can feel elusive or even impossible. Pain, fear, and loss can create a worldview that struggles to see the light beyond the shadows. Viktor Frankl's words resonate deeply here. Man is not fully conditioned or determined. He determines himself whether he gives in to conditions or stands up to them. Hope is a decision, a courageous act of defiance against despair. It is the belief that healing, though difficult, is possible and that our past does not have to define the future we are capable of creating. For those questioning their faith, whether Christian, Muslim, Hindu, atheist, or otherwise, Advent offers space to grapple with uncertainty. If you're an atheist or agnostic, hope may not be rooted in a divine promise but in the human capacity for resilience, creativity, and progress. Hope can be found in the connection between people, in the collective effort to create a better world. As Desmond Tutu said, hope is being able to see that there is light despite all of the darkness. Whether you view that light as divine or human, the truth remains. Hope propels us forward, even in the face of doubt. For the religious believer, sacred texts across traditions echo the call to hope. The Quran reminds Muslims that God's promises are never broken and that guidance is a form of mercy. The Bhagavad Gita teaches, a promise is pure when it leads to the well-being of all. 3.11. Deuteronomy chapter 18 verse 15 speaks of a prophet who will arise, offering hope and leadership to all who listen. For the Christian, Paul's words in 2 Corinthians chapter 1 verse 20 affirm that every promise God has made finds its fulfillment in Christ. Regardless of belief, these teachings remind us of the universal truth that hope brings light to darkness and meaning to life's struggles. But in today's world, where extremism and hatred cast long shadows, hope can feel naive. Acts of violence and division challenge our faith in humanity, let alone in a higher power. Advent reminds us that light shines brightest in the darkest moments. Rumi's wisdom, be like the sun for grace and mercy, calls us to respond to darkness not with despair but with action. Whether through spiritual faith or human solidarity, hope inspires us to resist hatred, stand for justice, and create peace. Advent, then, becomes more than a religious observance. It becomes a universal practice of purposeful reflection. It invites us to reflect on our shared humanity, to consider the promises we hold dear, and to align ourselves with hope's creative power. Whether your hope is grounded in divine faith, human potential, or the simple determination to keep moving forward, you are part of a greater story, one woven through acts of courage, compassion, and love. As you reflect on hope this season, consider your own journey. Have you wrestled with trauma, doubted your beliefs, or questioned the goodness of the world? Advent calls you to acknowledge these struggles while choosing to believe in the possibility of something better. Whether you find hope in God, The universe, or humanity itself, the act of hoping is transformative. It aligns us with light, purpose, and resilience. Like Abraham, we may not know the path ahead, but we can take the next step forward, trusting in the power of hope to guide us. This season is a reminder that we all, regardless of faith or philosophy, have the capacity to create light in the world. In embracing hope, we embody the essence of Advent, walking together in pursuit of peace, love, and a brighter tomorrow. Remember, you are the promise of hope fulfilled. Thank you for joining us on day 1 of this Advent journey, a daily devotional for the 24 days of Advent 2024.